Hey, guess who's up next? Joining me now, Martha Boneta, the sometimes host of the John Fredericks Radio Show. She's a radio and TV personality in her own right, a farmer, and also a bundler for major candidates, and gets a bunch of donors. She's a donor also, and she's doing a fabulous job out there. And she's with us now, Martha Boneta. Everybody in Virginia knows Martha Boneta. Hey, Martha, great to have you.
Good morning, and I will be at the debate as well. I am so excited.
Are you going to Tennessee for that? Will you be in Nashville?
Yes, I'm going to Tennessee. I leave tomorrow, and I'm going to be raising money the first day, and then Thursday I will be at the debate. And I'm so excited. You know, our president has done more for our nation than any other president in the history of our country. And every day I thank God to be an American, and I'm just so grateful to be alive for such a time as this.
I know. Well, it's great that you'll be at the debate, and don't forget to put a mask on so you're not on TV without a mask.
Always. Yes. Agreed. Yes. Well, you know, I have to tell you, here we are. We're 15 days away from one of the, if not the most historic elections of my lifetime. And, you know, the insanity continues, the craziness continues, and all I can say is, you know, if you love America and you care about the future of our nation, you care about, you know, the opportunities that this president has created for everyday hardworking Americans like me, you know, get out the vote for President Donald J. Trump and Vice President Mike Pence.
Martha Boneta with us here on the John Fredericks Show. We're also on Facebook Live. So, Martha, earlier yesterday, I got the video. I didn't see it live. I got the video of Denver Riggleman on CNN blasting the president, throwing him under the bus, saying that he might vote for Joe Biden over something the president said about QAnon, which I don't even know what it is. And I got to tell you, Martha, I was very upset over that and very disappointed in Denver. You and I are two of the people that worked our tails off for Denver Riggleman the entire time. We defended him no matter what he did in the campaign against Bob Good. You and I were there the whole time. We raised money for him. We made phone calls for him. You made a robocall. I made a call. I did text. I did a mailer. We were in it together, 100% for him. The president backed Denver to the hilt, sent a tweet out, did a robocall for him. And then at the 11th hour, 15 days to go, Denver Riggleman throws President Trump under the bus and says he might vote for Biden. How did that make you feel?
It was, I was shocked and stunned because, as you know, loyalty is everything. And, you know, this president endorsed Denver Riggleman at a critical time and has done everything possible for our nation. And to do this days before the election, my heart, I'm crushed. Like, I can't believe it. I'm still in shock. I mean, the hard work and effort that went into that election, his election, you worked not 24/7, but around the clock trying to help get him reelected. You know, the amount of time and effort, phone calls, texts, emails, trying to get the vote out for him, all the money and time that was spent, you know, and then to do this just days before the election, I'm shocked. I don't have words for what this is now. And I think Blue Virginia has been, you know, of course, applauding Denver's comments on CNN.
Is there anything that Denver did that you and I didn't back him 100% on? Anything?
I mean, I don't know all of his votes.
Yeah, the answer, zero. Every time Denver did anything, you and I were there for him 100% of the time. President Trump was there for him for 100% of the time. So Trump had his back, and in his time of need.
At a critical time.
Critical time.
Yeah. And so and you and I have talked about this, how loyalty means everything. It's so important. And, you know, one thing people can say about you, John, and about me is that we are loyal. We are loyal to the end of time. And I'm shocked and stunned by this development. I don't even know what to say. I don't know if you know, what do you say to somebody that says that days before an election, when this president has done everything to support Denver Riggleman. What do you say?
Well, because look, I mean, it's fair weather Denver, right? Basically, Denver is looking for his next political opportunity. So, what I got from his statement is this: at the end of the day, it's all about Denver. Nothing to do with us, the
Yeah.
country, his friends, the people that stood behind him in his time of need. Screw us. We were just expendable. We were
Right.
used. The president was used. And at the president's time of dire need, he kicks him under the train and runs over him twice. That's fine, okay?
Yeah.
That's fine. But the end of the day, Trump stood by Denver. Denver didn't stand
That's
by
right.
him. And
That's
so
right.
why did he do this, right?
that's
I'm thinking to myself,
yeah.
why would you do this? Why would you do this 15 days out, right? You're doing it 15 days out because you're looking for your next political opportunity. That's all it is. So now he wants to run for governor. So he says, let me distance myself from Trump, appeal to the never Trumper crowd, and somehow that's going to be my pathway to be the Republican nominee. Hey, I got a news flash. I don't think there's a Trump voter in Virginia that is ever going to vote for this guy again. What say you?
Well, I can tell you that it's this kind of behavior that voters detest. I don't care if you're a Republican or if you're a Democrat, but voters do not like the politicians that are so self-absorbed, and they only care about themselves. They don't care about the future of our nation. That they will say anything, do anything to get elected, and then when it's convenient for them, they're squishes. They switch, they change, like you said, with the wind. I mean, if this is a strategy to run for governor, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The American people are smarter than that. Virginia is smarter than that. He smells what, blood in the water now? Is that what this is? And he wants to ride this wave so he can get more attention. Maybe this will help him get more media attention. I don't know, but it's shocking because this is how you treat the people that work tirelessly to help you get elected. We never forget.
Martha, I think you nailed it. He saw sharks in the water. Trump was down in the polls, so he's like, let me distance myself from him, stab him in the back, throw him under the bus. But along with that, he stabs everybody else in the back, right?
Right. That's right.
When he got censored,
Every day.
when he got censored, you and I were there for him. When he
Had his back.
When he did the gay marriage, although you and I have different views on that,
Yes.
you and I stood behind him on that, right?
Yes.
When
Yes.
he broke with the president on a couple of key items, you and I stood behind him on it and said he's got the right to vote his conscience.
Exactly.
Everything he
That's
did,
right.
we stood behind him to the bitter end.
That's right.
And he got blown out in that convention. And you know what? He's still whining about it. And to me, it's like, get over it, all right? You got 41% of the vote as an incumbent. Bob Good and Bonnie and Clyde kicked your butt. And let me tell you the other thing. It was you and I who told him 3 months prior to that his campaign was in trouble, right?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't listen, and he beat his chest, hubris and ego about how, pack a lunch or pack a meals or pack MREs or pack bazookas or whatever he said, right? And he got blown out. So get over it. You lost. Move on.
Right. And that's the dignified, elegant thing to do. I mean, there time and time again, if you look back over, the true statesmen and servants of the people, when they lose, they accept. I mean, they're not happy about it, but they move on because it's not about them. It's about serving the people. And I feel as though everyday hardworking Americans, I'm talking about the heart and soul of our country, people that, every day, what do they care about? The kitchen table issues. Do I have enough money to feed my family? Can I buy an extra present for my child for Christmas? What this does is it's basically saying, I don't care about you. I don't care about your struggles. I don't care about, everything that your family goes through every single day just to make ends meet. This is all about me, and I'm going to take this opportunity to beat my chest and show that, I'm going to throw this president that has done so much for me and our country under the bus 15 days before the election.
Unbelievable. Let me get a couple of texts here. Jeff
Okay.
in Prince George says, our own Mitt Riggleman. Adrian says, didn't you just have him on your show? What a jerk. Yeah, I did. I have him on my show all the time. I backed the guy whatever he did. Sean in Newport News says, did Virginia Blue offer to help Riggleman find Bigfoot? And on and on and on from there. But I tell you what, Martha, I was beside myself with that because, and then to add insult to injury, here's what Denver does yesterday. He has a meet and greet or something, a photo op at his distillery, at his farm distillery, with Cameron Webb, the Democrat running against Bob Good for Congress, Bob Good who beat him, the Republican. Why would you do that? Why would you Why would you have Cameron Webb running against Bob Good, a Democrat, at your distillery and do a photo op? Why would you do that? 15 days out.
Wow. Well, you know what? Maybe he's going to have this moment in the media where he comes out and says, "Listen, I'm becoming a Democrat. I'm running as a Democrat." Maybe that's what he's going to do. Right?
I mean, I don't know what he's going to do, but here's Barry in Weir's Cave says, John, so this is the mountain that Denver is willing to die on. Go ahead, Denver. Vote for corrupt and China Biden and your political career is over. What happened to being a team player 15 days out? Wayne in Glen Allen says, when Riggleman decided to have Webb on his farm and take pictures with him to progressives, Riggleman's, I can't read that, Glenn. It got all mangled. Eric in Richmond says he's a sore loser. Exactly. I mean, you got beat, so go out and campaign for Bob Good like everybody else did. You know, get over it. I was at exactly right.
Once the election was over, I was all in for Bob Good. I've done fundraisers. I've spoken for him. I've helped raise money. I've been out there, done all kinds of events and supporting anything I can, robocalls, because that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you love America, you know, we vote for the policies, values, and ideas that have made America great, the American dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this is really about. My email was blown up yesterday, email after email forwarding me Denver's interview saying, you know, wow, his true colors are showing. Talk about a turncoat. You know, talk about kicking us under the bus. You know, I mean, just shock from people. I mean, it's just, you know, this has really been, this is what everybody that hates political games and, you know, squishy career politicians, this is the kind of behavior that turns the stomachs of hardworking Americans. This is what turns their stomachs. This is all the bad stuff that when people think of politics in Washington, they hate. And it's this.
I mean, I'm just stunned by it. You know, our political action committee, Make Virginia Great Again, raised, you know, considerable amount of money for him. We spent every dime on him and a couple other people. I think we have like, you know, $1,000 remaining of the money we raised. So we were all in for the guy. And this is the thanks we get at the 11th hour. Yep. This is from Senator Bill Stanley. Says, number one, hi, Martha. Number two, he says, Riggleman will announce for governor as the Libertarian candidate in yet another effort to harpoon the Republican Party for the wrongs he thinks were done to him. Bet on it, says Senator Bill Stanley. So he'll run for governor as a Libertarian in order to screw the Republicans again to get back at them for his failure. Like, you know, he said to me the other day, well, you know, the party screwed me. First of all, there is no party. So the party can't screw you when there's no party. Yeah, there's no Republican Party of Virginia. It doesn't exist.
That's right.
There's no party.
Right,
that's number one. Number two is What did the party do to screw you? Right? They got a convention. You hired your team. We told you the team you hired had no convention experience. Did we not tell them that from the first day? We said, who on your team ran a convention? Why don't you hire Chris LaCivita? Why don't you hire somebody that's run conventions, right? So, look, that's his decision. They're all good people. Then they get 41% of the vote. Then they're telling us about all the Bob Good people that they are not going to show up. Well, they all showed up. So they were wrong about that. They got 41% of the vote. They were an incumbent congressman. They had $5 million, and they had the president's full backing. And they had us, and they had everybody else. And he got 41%. And how was that our fault? How was that the party's fault? How was that Senator Stanley's fault? How was that Tommy's fault? How was that Kirk Cox's fault? How was that Jack's fault or Anderson's fault or Martha Boneta's fault? You know who? It's only one person's fault. Denver Riggleman.
Yeah.
It's his fault.
That's right. I mean, he lost the trust and the support of the constituents. And no matter how many times people told him, and first of all, you don't tell the hardworking people that look to you to serve them, to give them more opportunity, to give them hope for the future. You don't tell them to go pack a lunch. These are the people that live and breathe every single day for their families, for their country. These are the most patriotic of patriotic Americans. And you tell them to go pack lunch, and then you wonder why you lost? I mean, but at the end of the day, it'll be everybody's fault, right? Everybody's fault, but taking responsibility for being out of touch. And I just, my phone is getting blown up as we're doing the show. People are texting me just with outrage and shock. I got to tell you, I don't know who his advisor is or who's consulting him and telling him this is the way to win the governor's seat. But I can tell you right now, if you're a Republican or a Democrat listening to this show right now, how can you trust a politician who's going to throw you under the bus in a heartbeat just because they lost and cast blame on everybody else and not take responsibility? How can you trust the Commonwealth of Virginia into the hands of somebody that would do that?
Martha Boneta, you're spot on. I got a text here from my wife, Ann. She says, "You go, Martha." She's right on. Amongst others. I figured I'd prioritize hers. Martha, you're right. I mean, we were comrades in arms for Denver from the beginning.
Yep.
From the very beginning.
All in. 100%.
100%. We raised money for him. We helped him. And 15 days out in an election in Virginia where we need every vote to be competitive. We're down by 4.5 as of tonight. As of last night, I need every vote to be competitive as a chairman. We need every vote for Nick Freitas. We need every vote in the 10th for Alicia. We need every vote for Scott Taylor. We need every single vote on the 11th hour. He throws everybody under the bus in one fell swoop.
That's right. That's right.
As my son Joseph would say, nice. Real nice.
Well, and I consider Denver to be a friend.
Me too.
I mean, I considered him to be a friend. He's a man that served our country. I consider him to be a friend, his whole family. And this is not how you treat your friends. It's not how you treat your country. It's not how you treat the hardworking taxpayers in the Commonwealth of Virginia that just want a chance. Everybody wants a chance at the American dream. Leave me alone. Let me work hard. Get out of my way. And stop playing games with our future. We believed in you. You said you supported our values, and now you're throwing us all under the bus, kicking us in the teeth when we need you the most. Wow. I mean, who needs friends like that?
Martha Boneta, John Fredericks Radio Network. Martha Boneta, trucking the truth, Martha. If I'm the Godzilla of truth, Martha, you're Mothra of truth.